number 5 on the card at Ascot is the club membership handicap over 1,200 metres, and there's a grey mare there by Harada's Son who worked to the line well last start.
Yes, we're going to take a look at Threesome at Bunbury last time out.
Got a length and a half on Friars. Gift Star Lightning is looking for a run behind them, getting held up a little though. Down the outside, the grey Three Sun and Detango winding up with it as well at the 200, and Detango and Three Sun right out there on the middle of the track. Detango hits the front though with One Hot Fox battling away. Three Sun's runs come to an end and Detango will be too sharp. Detango beat One Hot Fox, tight go third, Three Sun deep out, Star Lightning.
A really nice performance there from the well-named Three Sun, of course wearing the famous colours of Alan McAllister. I just like the way Shaun Mears took it to the back of the field, had to track really wide when turning into the straight at Bunbury, but came down to the extreme outside and really worked to the line nicely behind Detango, who's a very good chance in the previous race, Mark.
Look, I didn't like the numbers out of that race, but before he went away from a spell, did put in a decent figure, so certainly a chance in this race.
Number 8, Faree Whisper, the 3-year-old filly by Snitzel, certainly drops in class here from Saturday 3-year-old grade to this open age class 3 affair. Look, she just looks to have more upside and be better than these. If
she runs like she did against Six Slicks 2 times ago, the number out of that race wins this race every day of the week. They scratched her from the weekend, got a better barrier here, softer field, the one to beat.
Yeah, certainly that run behind Slick Sam you mentioned did a lot wrong on that occasion too. So from barrier 2, a much better barrier than it would have gotten on Saturday as well. It has to be in the mix certainly. And we've also got there, Mark, number 6 Prime Witness from the Jim Taylor yard. Now, last start looked to have every chance, had 3 kilos on Key to Fame, and the run of the race just couldn't finish off, but will certainly be in the market again.
Certainly had the run of the race, came home respectable figures, maybe not relative to the race, but certainly overall. Again, in a reasonably soft race, has to be there or thereabouts.
I've got the 8 on top for a Whisper. She just screams out in this race, and she's opened up in early markets at a very nice price. Ahead of number 1, Raja Seat. With the blinkers on, could switch this galloper on number 7, Three Sun, our replay horse, and the 10, Swiftly.
I'm number 8, Fairy Whisper, from number 10, Swiftly, number 6, Prime Witness, and number 7, Three Sun.
Race number 6 at Ascot is the Schweppes Handicap over 1,600 metres. It's a Class 3 affair. And Mark, there's a last start winner from the Dan Morton stable who has a few issues in the barrier but certainly has ability.
Once he gets out, he's quite good. His name's McCavity. Let's have a look at his win from last time out.
In the middle, greater impact, scoreline getting up near the inside. Now Pike is still about 6 lengths off them with McCavity, but he hasn't called upon him yet. And at the 200 metre mark, the leader had snuck away from them. It's still going pretty well here in front, out by about 2 lengths out to Bobsworth, but McCavity is starting to launch. He's coming with a great run late, McCavity. Pike on the outside with McCavity, grabbed out to Bobsworth and got...
Yes, McCavity was an impressive performer on that occasion at Pinjarra. Started at the shorts $1.90, but he looked to be the winner in that race. He still has a few issues behind the barrier, of course. He stayed in the barriers a couple of starts ago, and even last start at Pinjarra was playing up a little bit, and then he was keen early out of the gates. If he puts it all together, this Son of Street Cry could be anything, but certainly looks to have a bit of upside.
Yeah, could be anything, has a lot of upside. The stable are pretty keen on him. Raw numbers not great, but he did come home well last time out, and again, it's a Wednesday race that probably doesn't take a lot of winning, and if he's as good as the stable think he might be, he should be winning today.
Number 3, Battle Talk, is on the 1 week back up here. Clint Johnston Porter claims 2 kilos on this galloper. Now, last week behind Light Up in the Sky, Light Up in the Sky was on the speed. Battle Talk came from a little bit further back. Worked to the line nice enough.
This is a very even bunch behind, and he again has to be in the numbers.
Mark, we've also got there number 5, Regal Rogue, we had to touch on. Down in distance from the 1,800 metres to the 1,600 metres, which could be a concern, but usually the Fred Kersley trained gallopers, they seem to handle it quite well. This mare by New Approach, since coming from Adelaide, seems to have a lot of ability.
On pure ratings, the top rated in this race for mine, but back from 1,800 to 1,600, not necessarily a positive, and we've got the key with McCavity, we don't really know how good that horse is.
Yes, we don't know how good it is. I've got it on top. I think he might be better than these, McCavity. Ahead of number 3, Battle Talk, 5, Regal Rogue, and 1, Formula.
Number 4, McCavity for me, number 5, Regal Rogue, number 2, Anasau, and number 3, Battle Talk.
Race number 7 at Ascot is the lucky last on the card. It's the James Bogues Premium Handicap over 1,400 metres, and The replay horse beat a pretty smart one who's since come out and won, Mark.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at Tonka Tough beating General Hassan last start.
Out at the top of the running as Dia Della Raza takes off and the Archie joins in as well. Pulling out behind them, Tonka Tough and the Diary. 250 to go. Niarchi, Dia Della Raza have gone to the lead together, battling away as Bring More Speed. General Hassan starting to thread its way through as Tonka Tough joins in as well. Dia Della Raza, Tonka Tough. Tebaletza from last is flying. Tonka Tough, General Hassan, Tonka Tough.
An impressive first up performance there at Bunbury by Tonka Tough. That was over the 1200 metres. This is the 1400 metres. It should suit second up. We saw that this horse has a fair bit of ability, Mark, especially running sixth in the Belmont Guineas, only 6.5 lengths off Great Shot. So those form lines have to be respected.
My speed numbers on this horse are not very good, but I do respect the fact that he beat General Hassan last start, and the fact that stable think he is definitely Saturday class tips me this way.
We'll certainly see the form from that race. General Hassan, of course, earlier on in the day in race number 1. Mark number 4, a 3-year-old here, gelding by Saxon Wrinkley, out of the Neville Parnham Yard, has raced in all the good 2-year-old and 3-year-old races, and now he comes to open age.
Massive drop in class though, and it's a case of, do you go on the stable's opinion that he was good enough to win in those races? My figures suggest he's pretty moderate, but we'll see how we go.
Of course, the form behind Lussar, Variation, Soul Special, all the good 3-year-old races, racing the Caracutta Plate as well. So back down in open age, as you mentioned, certainly an advantage into Class 1 company. Number 9, Skylar Storm, out of the Fred Kersey Yard. Mature Autier rides, of course. What a brilliant ride he gave Fathoms of Gold on the weekend in the Group 2 Ted Van Heemp Stakes. But first up was a little bit unlucky, lost 2 lengths at the start and then couldn't muster speed early. Still finished off fairly well despite all of that. Second up here, outing trip, should suit.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Good first up run, will get better over trip, and Autier's riding with a lot of confidence at the moment.
I've got the 3 on top here, Tonka Tough, our replay horse. Those form lines beating General Hassan look to be very good. From the 2, Mythical Saga, last start maiden winner, have to respect there. Aaron Mitchell takes off 1.5 kilos. The 4, Wrinkley, the 3-year-old here in open age. And number 8, Miss Micah, 3, 2, 4 and 8.
I'm number 3 as well, that's Tonka Tough. From number 9, Skylight Storm, number 4, Wrinkley, and number 8, Miss Micah.
Now time to have a look at the best bets on the card. For me, I've gone race 1, number 1, Heron Point. The recent trial, although running last, was very, very strong. He looks to be going very nicely. You might get a good price about him as well. And race 5, number 8, Faree Whisper, the 3-year-old filly against the older horses.
I'm race 1, number 4, General Hassan. I just think he's better than Wednesday class. And number 5, I'm in agreement. Number 8, Fairy Whisper.
Don't forget to head to perthracing.com.au for all your event and ticket information. Also, check out our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook and the likes, to keep up with the latest at Perth Racing. Perth Cup coming up soon. Don't forget to book, and we'll see you next time for the Saturday edition of The Box Seat.